All right, I am finally getting to an episode I talked about a long time ago and have put off. Um, Sometimes they say ignorance is bliss, and sometimes I choose that route. And in this case, I did until now, and it's like one of the last things that is on my list currently that I need to talk about or have wanted to talk about when it comes to healthy eating and weight loss, and that is the negative effects of sugar. So we are going to jump into that and talk about some of these things that sugar can do to our bodies, or too much sugar, I should say, can do to our bodies, and why it's best to eat in small amounts and mostly to stay away from large amounts of sugar. Hi, I'm Jocelyn, host of the Positive in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast. I help pregnant women and mothers to find positivity in their season of life through changing their thoughts to work for them and not against them. I help mothers find the small, doable steps in thought and action without making drastic changes to their everyday mom life. And I can help you. Thanks for joining. If you listened to my intro, you heard that this is a lot about pregnancy, and my podcast is a lot about pregnancy, but I have a motherhood-focused episode on Tuesdays and my pregnancy-focused episodes on Friday, and I help do a lot of mental work for pregnant women to mentally work through the difficulties of that season of life because it's hard. So if you know of anyone pregnant, encourage them to listen to those Friday episodes, and thank you for being here in your motherhood and trying to get more healthy. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit more about me. I love sugar. Now, I don't love straight sugar, and there are certain sugars that I love more than others. I am a baked good sugar eater. I loved baked goods. If it's any hard candies, I can pass on hard candies like Skittles, Starburst, Suckers, any type of candies like those, I can pass on. But when it comes to your baked goods, like baked cookies, baked cakes, donuts, all those good things, cheesecakes, pies, I love them all. And I have a sweet tooth. And one of the things that I did to lose weight was to cut out all processed foods, including sugar. And I do that to lose weight. And I am still trying to do that, but I am not always successful. I am still human. Nonetheless, now that you know that I really like sugar, and especially in baked goods, I didn't really want to know all of the problems that sugar causes or the negative effects of it because, like I mentioned before, ignorance can be blissed. So here are some of the ones that just as I got an AI overview that it listed, and there's just so many, and I won't make this long. I'll probably just make it a list, but sometimes the list can encourage you or me to realize, I don't want that. I want to do better, and I'm going to try harder to stay away from that if I can, or have it less. So we do need some natural sugars, but I'm pretty sure in our modern age and with all the options of treats that we have, we could all stand to do a little better on this and eat a lot less of the sugar. As I've mentioned before, my goal was to do once a week on a Sunday afternoon, and I kind of have had a few deviations on that, but I am still shooting for that. I have done decently on doing once a week, but there have been a few times where I have had a couple of treats, but I'm improving. It's a lot better than I used to be, and I think that's what we need to realize. Maybe we can't go cold turkey and completely cut the sugar out, but we can improve and do a little bit better than last time. So some of these negative effects of sugar on the body are, or can be, weight gain and obesity. And I'm going to go through this list. I probably won't talk about each one of them. If you want to do more research on each one of them and find the reasons or what it causes, I'll leave that up to you, but I will give you a couple of the things that I have noticed in my own body. Okay, so the weight gain and obesity. I do know that when I eat too much sugar or processed foods, I gain weight. That is true. It can also, one of the negative effects can be type 2 diabetes, heart disease, tooth decay and cavities, inflammation, mood, and mental health. So I do want to take a minute here. Sugar does affect my mood and my mental health. I am prone to more anxiety and worries when I have more sugar. When I eat more of those processed foods, I tend to worry more. I also get a little bit more irritable. And something that, actually I'll talk about that as we get a little farther down. I was going to share with you something else, and I still will, but it's a little bit farther down the list that is very long. So it does affect mood and mental health. It can contribute to kidney disease, skin issues. Skin issues, the main one that I researched or that popped up was acne. And I do also find that to be true. Unfortunately, my skin tends to be easily prone to acne. And as I eat more sugar, I feel like I get more of those annoying bumps. Gout, cognitive impairment. So this is the other one I wanted to talk about. This is from the AI summary, and I'll say it in a quote. Quote, some studies suggest a link between high sugar intake and poor cognitive performance and an increased risk of dementia. One of the places I looked at also said that there is an increased risk for Alzheimer's as well. The cognitive impairment, though, what I wanted to say with my experience was this, is the brain fog. If you feel like you're living in brain fog and that like you just can't think and can't grasp, I encourage you to cut out sugar and see if it makes a difference. I was surprised this last time that I tried hard to like go without it for a while, that the brain fog was such a proponent, like it just like was a partner with sugar, and it was very annoying that that caused the brain fog. But if you want to get rid of the brain fog, decrease your consumption of sugar. So another fascinating thing that I found as I was researching this was a little chart on the negative effects of sugar in children. Now, I'm sure if it affects children this way, it likely can affect adults this way. So I'm going to also just list those out, and I want you to think of if your kids are experiencing any of these. And of course, as always, do your own research. Find out your own, form your own opinion on this and what you feel. So the negative effects of sugar on children can be lower concentration, stomach aches. It suppresses the immune system in children, contributes to eczema. I never know how to say that word. It can cause learning disabilities in teens. This one said it was linked to asthma and can be related to food allergies in children. And as we've already mentioned, it can cause diabetes. So there's you a great big long list of all the negative effects of sugar on the body. Now, I am one who, at this point in my life, I'm not an all or nothing. I am more into moderating, doing less, and improving from before. So if you can think of a way that you can improve from before, I encourage you to do that. I've got a crying baby who just woke up, so I am going to go cuddle my baby and help him out. But do your best and give yourself grace when it comes to these things. We will actually talk more about that next week, about giving yourself grace when it comes to eating healthy, but also messing up when eating healthy. Until next time. Thank you for being a part of the Positive in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast, for listening, for sharing, and most of all, for applying these tools into your own life to improve your own happiness so that you can find your own better thoughts for a better you in a positive pregnancy, in losing that stubborn baby weight, and becoming the mom you desire to be through taking small steps in thought and action to reach your goals. If you are a mother who has an inner desire to enjoy motherhood and pregnancy better, but you are having difficulty figuring it out, I can help you. I can help you find the small, doable steps without drastic changes to your everyday mom life. Reach out, let's connect, and let's see you move forward. My name is Jocelyn, and I thank you for listening. Until next time.